Alright, listen up, legends. We need to talk. Not just a casual chinwag, not a friendly yarn. I mean, we need to talk. Because what's happening right now in Australia is nothing short of a full-blown rort. The kind of political theatre that makes you want to throw your telly out the window and move to the middle of the bloody outback just to escape the circus. Peter Dutton, yeah, old mate with the charisma of a brick, is out here promising to slash the fuel excise. Sounds good, yeah? Sounds like a win for us struggling Aussies, right? Wrong. This, my friends, is one of the biggest cons they've ever tried to pull on us. And I'm about to break it down for you, piece by piece, so grab your Tim Tams, crack a VB, and strap in, because this one's gonna sting. So before we dive into this absolute circus, do us a solid, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. And hey, if you're sick of their crap, check out our Albo Says Relax t-shirts, only $23 for the next 48 hours. Link in the description. Right. Let's get into it. So, Dutton reckons he's got a master plan. Halve the fuel excise so we all pay less at the pump. We're looking out for everyday Aussies, they say. We are putting money back in your pocket, they say. But what they don't tell you is that this temporary stunt will do more damage than good. First off, let's get real. Petrol prices are not just about taxes. Anyone with two brain cells to rub together knows that fuel prices are dictated by global markets, greedy oil companies, and supply chains that are about as stable as a one-legged emu. Even if the government completely removed the excise, you'd still be at the mercy of OPEC, corporate price gouging, and the ongoing international drama that sends oil prices skyrocketing. But here's where it gets juicier. Cutting the excise means slashing billions from the government's budget. And guess where that money usually goes? Roads, infrastructure, and public transport. Yeah, mate, that highway you drive on? The one that's already crumbling faster than Labor's promises? That's about to get a whole lot worse. So, while Dutton's out here acting like some working-class hero, what he's really doing is setting us up for a future where we are paying more to fix the damage caused by this little election stunt. Now, let's talk inflation, the dirty word that politicians love to throw around while pretending they actually understand how it works. They reckon cutting fuel tax will ease inflation. Yeah, and I reckon my rent will magically drop if I stop paying for Wi-Fi. Sounds good in theory, but in reality, it's complete bollocks. See, when fuel prices drop, people don't just save money, they spend more. Businesses, seeing that Aussies have a few extra bucks, bump up their prices. Demand goes up, supply struggles to keep up, and before you know it, inflation spikes even higher. And guess what happens next? Interest rates stay high, wages still don't keep up, and we're all back to square one, except now the government's broke because they threw away fuel tax revenue on this little PR stunt. And don't even get me started on corporate profits. You think oil companies are just gonna let you keep that savings? Nah, mate. The second they see fuel excise drop, they'll jack up their own margins and pocket the difference. Classic capitalism, and Dutton's serving it to you on a silver platter. Now, don't think for a second I'm letting Labour off the hook here. Albanese and his mob are just as guilty of dangling fake relief in front of voters like a carrot in front of a donkey. They say, oh, don't worry, relief is coming, just in 15 months. Mate, 15 months? I'll have aged about 5 years by then. My landlord isn't gonna sit around for 15 months while I wait for a tax cut. Neither is Woolies, Coles, or my power company. So on one hand, we've got Labour offering delayed breadcrumbs, and on the other, we've got Dutton offering instant relief that'll backfire harder than a dodgy gas stove. Either way, we are getting shafted. And here's the worst part, the bit that might make you want to start an underground revolution or at least chuck a shoe at Parliament House. No one in Canberra actually cares about you. Not Dutton, not Albanese, not any of these blokes in suits who pretend they understand Aussie battlers while living in their taxpayer-funded mansions. They don't drive the same roads as you. They don't pay the same bills as you. They don't fill up at the servo and wonder if they can afford a meat pie on the way out. They just promise you the world, take your vote, and then leave you wondering why you're still broke while their mates in big business pop champagne. So what's the takeaway? It's simple, don't fall for the con. When politicians start throwing around words like relief and cuts, ask yourself, who actually benefits? Because I'll tell you right now, it's not you. It's never you. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, mate, Great rant, but what the hell do we do about it? For starters, don't just swallow the headlines. Every time they announce a cost of living relief package, dig deeper. Follow the money. See who really wins from these policies. Second, stop voting for the same crap and expecting different results. If these major parties keep screwing you, stop rewarding them with your vote. I'm not saying go out and vote for Clive Palmer's weird cult or whatever, but for the love of God, start demanding better. And lastly, make some noise. Social media, protests, whatever, just don't sit there copying it in silence while these Muppets rob you blind. All right, I've said my piece. Now it's your turn. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment telling me how badly you're getting shafted. And hey, if you're as pissed off as I am, grab yourself one of our Albo Says Relax t-shirts, only $23 for the next 48 hours. Links in the description. See you next time, legends, if we haven't all gone bankrupt by then.